How are you doing, digital marketers? And welcome back to another one of our 10 commandments for content marketing. So today I want to ask you, when you're creating content, how often do you actually think about the buyer's journey while you're creating that content? So how often do you actually consider what the buyer's need is, what their research is like, what their final, and how they actually make their final decision? It's a question that's worth asking yourself when you're creating content, because it's becoming more and more important in terms of the decision-making process of a purchaser of your client's audience, about how they're actually going to make their final purchasing decision. It's become so important actually that Google has started to focus on it quite directly with a thing that they call micro moments. Micro moments is something that Google's brought about, which is basically an attempt to map a customer's acquisition journey and understand the journey they go through towards purchasing an actual product or service. So the cool thing is I've got some stats about this, which is pretty cool. So Google breaks these micro moments down into 4 categories. The first category is the sort of I want to know moment. And this refers to the 65% of online users looking for information online and actually researching the product before they actually purchase it. So we can all relate to this. Obviously, we've all been there where we do a bit of research into a product, find out as much as we can about it before we actually purchase it. But according to Google, 66% of us are actually using our smartphone or basically turning to the internet to dig deeper into our interest and into understanding the product before we make a purchasing decision. So it goes to show how important content and actually creating an experience, transparent, again, going back to some of our other commandments, transparent and valuable experience for the client are before they actually make a purchasing decision. The second part of the micro moments is what they call our want to go moments. And this refers specifically to basically Google saying that there are over the past 4 years, proximity searches on the search engine have more than doubled. So this goes to talk about local SEO, Google Maps, Google My Business sort of thing, where people are actually using service providers that are very, very in close proximity to them. Basically being found on smartphone searches and internet searches in the Google Maps section. Really important part, and if you're missing out on this, a lot of businesses run straight down the SEO route, which is obviously great, but for a lot of businesses, specifically those that work in a very small proximity and their clients are all within 4, 5, 10 kilometers of them, often local SEO is a much better option than SEO. Can actually provide them with more direct quotes, especially around the emergency services, plumbers, electricians, and that sort of thing. The third part of the micro moments is what Google calls our want to do moments. And obviously this refers to the users actively searching for answers while going about their lives. So according to Google, this accounts for over 100 million hours of how-to content being consumed on YouTube. So think about your client's audience actually going about their life, not actually having any sort of purchasing decision in their mind at the time, but wanting to learn more about something, or wanting to learn how to actually do something. So what do? They go to Google, they jump onto a YouTube video and learn something about it. That content that they're actually consuming is contributing to their buyer's journey and actually contributing to the purchasing decision that they're going to make down the line. The last part of the micro moments is what Google calls our want to buy moments. Now, obviously, this refers to the moment when someone's actually ready to make the purchasing decision. And they said that 82% of consumers will research a potential purchase before making a final decision. When I heard that number, 82%, I was actually blown away. I thought it would actually be higher, because I don't know many purchasing decisions or many people that make purchasing decisions for anything really significant, I refer to, without actually researching it first. So this in the real world is basically, think about, for example, someone standing in a supermarket aisle and they're thinking of buying a product, maybe let's say a new hairdryer, for example, and they're standing in the supermarket aisle. Fair enough, it's going to cost them a little bit of money. It's not a cheap purchase, it's not too expensive a purchase, but they're faced with 2 options. So what do? They pull out their smartphone, maybe do a bit of research on the one, bit of research on the other, maybe even opt for the more expensive one. So it goes to show you that actually having content out there in those I want to buy moments is really, really important. So hopefully this shows you that using micro moments from Google and understanding the buyer's journey is very, very important when you're creating content for your clients' brands. Of course, everything we do in digital marketing is towards generating leads and generating sales and improving revenue and improving the bottom line of businesses. And that's what we do at Globatel. We try to help digital agencies to improve their businesses and run better agencies, so that they can provide better results to their clients. So throw a comment down below if you're interested in learning out a bit more, and we'll get back to you, and someone will get in touch, and we can see how we can maybe support you in what you do. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next commandment.